So I've had a few conversations with hypermobile folks this week, which start with them telling me, I want to build strength, but everything I do makes my pain flare up even worse for a long period of time. And so I've ended up babying my joints. But I know that this isn't good for the future of my movement and the future of my body. So I really feel stuck and frustrated. Well, I am here to help you get started on your strength training for hypermobility journey and to reassure you that yes, it is possible to build strength and stability in a hypermobile body. And I want to talk about today the secret that my clients often tell me gives them like an aha moment with their strength training when they're beginning and helps them on their path right until the end as they're continuing to maintain their strength. If you're new here, I'm Nicole Sheldrake and I teach Pilates and strength training for hypermobility. If you are looking for a foundational and structured approach to building strength in your hypermobile body, then you are in the right place. Beyond my YouTube channel, I also offer online programs, group classes, and one-on-one sessions for hypermobile people. To learn more about any of those, you can just check out the links in the description below. Okay, now on to the secret. It starts here. So in Pilates for hypermobility and in strength training for hypermobility, you want to build strength from the inside out. What does that mean? Let's look inside your body using these images. Building strength from the inside out means, number one, starting from the deeper stabilizing muscles around the joint. So for example, if you look at your shoulder joint or the hip joints, so we have the bony structures here. And then if you look here, you can see the rotator cuff muscles, and you can even see in the picture that they've kind of pulled away the outer muscles, the bigger muscles, right? So there are a bunch of little muscles around the joint that are the internal, like, stabilizing muscles. You see the same thing for the pelvic floor. You see the same thing for the hip joint. Now, the secret that most people don't know when they start building strength with hypermobility is that the smaller stabilizing muscles around the joints respond to a lighter load than the bigger, say, moving muscles on the outside, right? Working from the inside out. Why is that? Think about this. When we want to make a movement, we need to stabilize the joint. Whether the joint is moving or whether the joint is still, it still needs to be stabilized within the joint socket. And that needs to happen really fast. And it needs to happen no matter how much weight we pick up. So in a hypermobile body, often what happens is the movement patterns have become ingrained over time where the bigger muscles are taking over for the smaller stabilizing muscles because of the connective tissue issues there or the hyperextension that's often happening. The brain doesn't feel safe to engage those smaller muscles. So the brain says, okay, bigger muscles, you are going to step in. So when you start building strength with hypermobility, we're retraining the brain to use those little muscles around the joints. And we need to start with that lighter load so that we can get those muscles to respond. So we start light and we progress to heavier load. But the challenge with hypermobility is often we don't feel a lot in the joints. Those bigger muscles with the heavier weight or our end range of motion, that's where we feel sensation. And so it can feel like we're not making any progress or where nothing's really happening when we start with those lighter loads. But actually, we're going to use our brain-based movement, improving the sensory information, using those lighter loads, isolating the movements at our high payoff joints, right? Like our shoulders, our bigger joints, which helps support the rest of the body in order to build strength. The movement journey for building strength with a hypermobile body is to build from the inside, right, deep, close to the joint, out to the bigger muscles. It can look a little different for everybody. If using Pilates for hypermobility to build strength in your hypermobile body and working from the inside out is something that you are interested in, I'd be happy to chat with you about that in a free discovery call, and you can book that in the link below. or check out any of my online programs. The Happy Hypermobile Hips program is foundational for starting with that brain-based movement, as your foundation from your feet and your hips are going to help support the rest of the body as you begin to build that strength in your joints. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.